with India announcing complete lockdown till April 15, 2020 to contain spreading of highly infectious novel coronavirus, various industries, whether be it small or large, takes a hit. The impact is from loss of business to non-fulfillment of commitments to non-collection of receivables, and all of this has put a severe drain on the cash flows. The government, being proactive, has looked into critical areas for urgent considerations, considering how business, small or big, is important for the country. These measures seem to provide great relief amidst uncertainty and the panic prevailing for the business world. Considering the closure of offices and disruption of normal life, SEBI has extended the time limit for disclosure of annual accounts to June 30th, and similarly, the ESI department has extended the due date for payment of contribution for the month of February to April 15th and for the month of March to May 15th, 2020. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced a slew of measures for extension of statutory and regulatory compliances in view of the coronavirus pandemic. And I'll tell you what those are. Debit card holders who withdraw cash from any ATM can do it free of any charge for next 3 months. The measure has been taken to ease the burden on customers who need urgent cash and avoid overcrowding of bank branches. There will be no charges on not keeping the minimum balance requirement. The State Bank of India had already waived the requirement of holding a minimum balance in savings account. Digital charges for trade transactions are reduced. For financial year 2018 to 2019, last date for returns extended to June 30th, 2020. Interest rate reduced to 9% from 12%. For delayed deposit of TDS, interest has been reduced to 9% from 18%. Aadhaar PAN linking extended to June 30th. Vivad Se Vishwas scheme extended to June 30th, and no additional payment of 10% to be paid. All compliances under Income Tax Act, Wealth Tax Act, Benami Transaction Act, Black Money Act, Vivad Se Vishwas have been extended to June 30th of 2020. Now let's see the announcements regarding GST. All GST returns for March, April, May and composition returns are extended to June 30th, 2020. For companies less than 5 crore rupees, no late fee and penalty to be charged. For companies that are above 5 crore rupees, only interest is charged at the rate of 9%. Now let's see about the announcements for customs. Sabka Vishwas scheme for indirect taxes has been extended to June 30th, 2020 and no interest is to be levied. Customs clearance is also extended till June 30th and the department is to work 24/7. The announcement for insolvency and bankruptcy code involves threshold of default is increased from 1 lakh rupees to 1 crore rupees to prevent triggering of insolvency proceedings for SMEs. If it continues like this beyond April, then Section 7, 9, 10 of the IBC will be suspended for a period of 6 months. Now let's see the announcement for companies. In respect of the MCA 21 registry, there is a moratorium being issued from April 1st till September 30th with no additional fees for late filing. There is a mandatory requirement for holding board meeting, which is now relaxed for 60 days for the next 2 quarters. For newly incorporated companies, additional time of 6 more months is being given for filing declaration of commencement of business. If there is a company director who does not comply with minimum residency requirement of 182 days, this was treated as a violation. It shall not be treated as one, keeping this emergency in mind. So these are the announcements from government keeping the economic condition of the nation in mind. Business owners request for some more proactive initiatives to support business and industry, and let me give you an account of those points too. First one of their requests is about due dates with lenders. Extend due dates for repayment of debts payment of interests honoring LCs, BGs, etc. due from March to August 2020, and payments to banks, financial institutions, NBFCs, etc. should be extended by at least 3 months. Also, correspondingly, the norms for classification of NPAs. Extending period for classification of NPAs for 90 to 180 days, including DCCO, for the projects under implementation would be helpful for the business world. Next one is about ad hoc loans and facilities. Ad hoc loans or facilities by the lenders for 6 to 12 months for the amount of installments and interest due should be extended for 6 months period from March to August on concessional rate of interest. Next one is about additional loan facilities. So, additional loan facilities of 10 to 15% should be extended for 6 to 12 months to all borrowers of the existing work capital facilities on concessional rate of interest. One-time restructuring to non-MSME should be allowed till August 2020, or creation of WCDL towards part of CC limit without classifying them restructuring should be allowed, as drawing power would be difficult to be met. Interchangeability of CC, LC, BG limits without assessment for 6 months should be allowed. Bill discontinuing facility on ad hoc basis to new borrowers on concessional rate of interest without collateral security should be allowed. Business owners also request that all changes of time and schedule for loans should not be reckoned as restructuring under the present norms and should not be classified as NPA and should not attract any provisioning norms in order not to impact the bank's balance sheet. This should be allowed for a period of 1 year. Extending maximum period of running corporate insolvency resolution process under IBC for 90 to 180 days is also requested by business people. Business owners also request that payment being made to laborers for this lockout or uncertainty period, paid leave granted, etc. may be subsidized by government so that employees are not deprived of basic requirements. And the last request is to suspend IBC immediately, at least for 6 months. These measures would certainly support the business world in facing the unexpected and uncontrollable changes. Considering all three reasons, that is a slowdown, uncertainty and lockout, it's indeed the need for the hour for the economy and the country. Stay connected with the Outdoor Woman for more such updates. This is Nisha PS signing off.